pharmacy, I got codeine in my fridge. My bro on a steaming stove, cooking crack like grits. Got this vibe on a tippy toe, struggling in a pit. LA live, I'm staying at the Lowe's with this Hollywood bitch. Got a 9 and a snub nose, can't wait to let it hit. Pull up with a stick, I pull up with a stick. I pull up with a pink toe, whipping, she sucking it deep. I put some diamonds on her toes, let her hold on and I'm rich. You pulling kick those, you can still call it a leak. Broken can't be fixed. How you pull that don't make sense. I made a whole mile off an inch. I had 99 problems, I just scratch your heart to this. Got some knees and winnings, all on my neck, cause a quarter brick. I've been getting it since a toddler, I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto, handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my collar, cause she proud of what I said. I'm a leader, I got on follow, and my footsteps like the feds. I shoot like I'm a tonner, chop up bullets, make them shit. Black on black, new phantom in the backseat sipping red. Bitch, I'm from Atlanta with these hoes ready to like pig. Condo like the pharmacy, I got codeine in my fridge. Bestie, I just hit my friend, told her catch me. I'ma lick her skin, she so precious. Might not fuck again, she too messy, but hit and no flex. Rose gold ornaments, drop 210, car came with no 10. You don't gotta, you the dough, you can hop in front of tip. Boy, 9 in the vent, think about dying and get spent. I got 2 B's on my bosses and a 30 in a bit. I know niggas granted a million, still didn't tell 12 shit. I got skeletons in my closets and they scared of me and shit. Base Margellas under the bed, screaming rock me kid. I put water on my head and she got CC. Couple ops played dead and they still got hit. I done bent lil' mama's spine, but it still ain't my kid. Only reason I use my line is cause she drank my spit. No cap. I've been getting it since a toddler, I keep dollars on my head. Been a real one is my motto, handle my problems, I ain't scared. I put powder on my collar, cause she proud of what I said. I'm a leader, I got on follow, and my footsteps like the feds. I shoot like I'm a tonner, chop up bullets, make them shit. Black on black, new phantom in the backseat sipping red. Bitch, I'm from Atlanta with these hoes.
Today, we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons, MLB winners for today, and let's please cash a squad ride. This is Behind the Lines. Bro, you're doing trick shot home runs from, by the way, a former Ray who couldn't hit shit. Now the Orioles got him. Now he's fucking Barry Bonds. Doing trick shot home runs, goods, and you can't even get within 10 games of 500, but you can do trick shot home runs. Never seen that before in my life. That's the most Orioles shit I've ever seen. How is Aaron Judge, the face of the league, Captain America, hopping on a plane before the game even ends? That doesn't make sense when it rattles around in my brain. To be honest, that pisses me off. There's actually no way. Unbelievable rage bait. Was that a targeted attack? Why were there 20 people at once coming in?
Pretty good at it, you guys, not gonna lie.
I think I found somebody involved in baseball I hate more than Aaron Judge. This guy right here, this geezer who thinks he's playing left field. Worse than a Disney adult. 4 straight years, Jovan. Look at this one. This one got overturned because he's diving over he almost fell on the field. What a loser. What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Wednesday, episode 757 piece. As always, hold the fry, joined by your 2 hosts, Krabs and Jovan, presented by Bookit Sports. If you are not tracking your bets on Bookit Sports, start tracking today. Start tracking this week for college football week 1. Also, I was peeping some of these college football week 1 lines. How about Texas down to +1.5, chat? Pretty crazy. I might need to get a jersey or something with Manning on the back. I don't know. Make sure you guys track your bets this season on Bookit. Please. It's free. Could not be easier. You link up your books. You link up your Prize Picks account. Next thing you know, it tracks everything you're placing, and it keeps it all organized for you. And there's about 10, 15 other features on that app as well. Go check out Bookit. I apologize for the cake last night on the squad ride. I take full blame. Was trying to do too much. Okay, if there's one thing you guys know about me, it's that I care. And sometimes I care too much. Yesterday, I cared too much, and I made a brash decision to go with the play that was voted the least when you guys pissed me off and tied the poll. That's on me. That's on me. I need to have some faith in you guys. I need to keep teaching you guys up, and I need to have some faith, like a helicopter parent. That's how I was acting yesterday, coming in and taking charge. That's not how this works. My job is to teach you guys how to bet the right way and make coins and be sharp. That is my job. That is our job. Our job is not to bitch at you guys about clicking the wrong buttons in the squad ride poll. Our job is not to come in and step on your guys' toes and say, you're not doing a good enough job. I'm making the call. No, that is not our job. Okay, I apologize. I care too much about this shit. I let it get to me yesterday. I'm not going to let it affect me today. All right, let's bounce back. Still overall a positive day on the fucking Sharp Report. Can't make it up. It almost pisses me off at this point. Another 3-2 day from both of us in the Sharp Report, but we just can't figure out the squad ride, Jovan. Well, today, I'm getting it done. We're getting it done, and chat's getting it done all together. Okay?
Sure.
Only option we got. Only option we got. Hitting the reset button. Locking in. I know Krabs is biased. So, Jovan, what do you think about Caden Salter being the starter of Colorado? Quick thoughts on Caden Salter. Real quick.
He sucks. He's not good.
He kind of sucks. He was good 2 years ago.
Yeah.
He was good 2 years ago and good in a crummy conference. I think the lights might be a little too bright. Okay? All right. Yeah, good day overall yesterday. But again, guys, it keeps me up at night, the squad ride. You guys think I'm fucking around. I'm not. I'm not. We have to lock in. We have to lock in. Please, let's stay positive today. Let's keep it in perspective. Okay, the squad ride, even though it's been the coldest it's probably ever been this month. It's been a bad month, Jovan. It's been a bad month. Still 60 games, exactly. 373, 313, and 17. Still 60 games over 500. Let's keep it in perspective. No need to talk about it anymore. Let's move. Let's groove. Okay?
Sure.
Let's move. Let's groove. We got the YouTube chat up and moving. Honestly, some more positive chats than I was expecting for today. Softball went like shit last night, not going to lie.
Yeah. I was tuned in for 2 seconds when we were able to, or I was able to, and I immediately saw a roll over to first.
Yep.
We did.
Had a couple of those. Had 2 hits, but had a couple rollovers to first. Got in a fight with the other team's first base coach during the game and was chirping the team for taking too many walks. Our pitcher can't throw strikes. Was chirping the other team for taking too many walks, and the guy literally looks at me and goes, "Shut the fuck up, dude. Your pitcher can't throw strikes." And I said, "Keep clicking that pen over there, brother. Why the fuck aren't you playing?" And we were beefing the entire game. It was actually crazy. And it was really weird, to be honest with you. And I hope we don't play those guys again this season, but we probably will. They were kind of some dickheads. And we got destroyed. We got mercy ruled in both games again. Game 1, we didn't have a chance. We scored 1 run. That was the only run we scored. I'm number 5, LMNG. And game 2, we were fired up. I was fired up. I was fucking screaming in the dugout after that guy was being a dickhead, the first base coach. And we actually got out to a 5-0 lead, and then we lost 16-5. They scored 16 unanswered runs.
Dude, what are
Not
you,
even
the Rockies?
Dude, you don't understand. We're in too good of a league. We're in the best league in town. And these guys are all 35. They're all huge. And they all have the most buttery softball swings I've ever seen. They were hitting opposite field home runs over the fence.
Good.
Over the fence. They're too good. They're too good. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, I tripped the guy for clicking his pen and standing off on the sidelines. Who knows why he's not playing? I kind of felt like a dick. But we move. We move. Dave Martinez burner coming in. Can we make the Nats the squad ride today? Not a joke, I believe. You know, I think they probably win today, too. It'd be a very Nats move to steal one here at the end of the series. But you won't see me betting on them. You will not see me betting on them. A couple quick things here before we dive in and start talking about the Falcons. And we'll go over these early games as well before we dive into the Sharp reports. Guys, check out the pods, the fantasy football pods. Even my buddies in my league have been watching it. A couple of the dudes on the softball team last night who aren't my direct friends, but friends of friends, they were saying they watched it. They were saying it helped them in their drafts. I had my draft with my buddies last night at 10:30 p.m. Eastern after the fucking softball game, which was just quail shit. And they took all my fucking players and all my sleepers, and I'm really pissed and my team sucks. So, yeah, there's that. Please, guys, check out the pods. We do have 1 p.m. games. I'm hip. We're going to take a peep at those as well. And we could start out with, checking out the Nats game here at 1:05 Eastern. First game of the day today. I've already got it on the TV. I'm excited to watch it and tune in here as we get a 5-unit sub whale from Mr. Sade Whiteman. There we go, Sade.
Goat.
Attaboy. W's. Sade, even when we're at our lowest point here and the squad rides, we can't even fucking buy one. Sade's still coming in, splooging. 5 sub bangs every fucking stream. Sade, you are him. I appreciate you, man. We do it all for Sade. We do it all for Sade. We do. We do. Used to be Lenbong. Used to be a lot of people. Now we do it all for Sade. Okay. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Jovan, should we hop in and talk a little bit about these early starts before we get to the Falcons talk, which won't be too long for me. And I'm not very high on them. You guys know that. But let's talk about these early games. Let's talk about the Nats game. You got Kate Cavalli, who has a 2.82 ERA. Nobody gives a fuck about it. W. Sam Moody holding on the YouTube chat. Appreciate you, Beast. Kate Cavalli, 2.82 ERA. As we get another 10-unit sub whale. Whoa.
Wow. 10.
Whoa. Who was it, Jovan? Who was that?
Santos. Low sports picks.
Low sports picks. Low sports picks. Atta babe. W's. Wow, you guys are goated, man. You guys are all goated. Thank you for bringing the good vibes today. I thought it'd be a lot uglier in the chats. Not going to lie today, but a lot of positive chats, a lot of positive comments. I appreciate you guys.
Hey,
let's have a fucking day.
Maybe that helps. Yesterday, the vibes were just horrific from the jump. Horrific from the jump. Sent a really bad tone. Now that we're setting a good tone, that could be the difference.
Everybody go follow Low Sports Picks on X, please. Everybody go right now. Hurry up, go, and follow Low Sports Picks on X. Thank you for the 10-unit subwell, Beast. Okay? Look, horrific vibes yesterday. It is what it is. We're going to leave that in the past. Got to have a memory like a goldfish in this game. And I take, part of the blame for that as well. All right? Let's lock in. Let's hit the reset button. Let's dive into some of these early games. Kate Cavalli, would love to hear one compliment from anybody. Jovan, Goots, the chat, about Kate Cavalli, because I haven't heard one, ever, unless it comes out of my mouth. So
there's been compliments. He's been good.
He's kind of good.
He's
kind of good. Until his arm falls off.
Yeah.
He's kind of good.
We're not there yet. So, I think you can have a somewhat decent start.
Yeah. Capitals, where's that line moving? I haven't checked it in a couple days. Is it still at 7.5? Let me know, Capitals. Please. Look, we got Kate Cavalli on the bump, who I honestly like, and he's got some pretty good stuff. I like his more than strikeouts today against a strikeout-heavy Yankees team. And Max Fried has been a little sketchy of late. Now, the juice is loose on the under in this game. Opened up -115 to the over. That is now flipped -115 towards the under. Total at 8.5. I think it's probably a first 5 under here. I know Max Fried has struggled, but this is certainly a get-right game for Mr. Fried. And we cannot hit lefties to save our lives. And then Kate Cavalli is probably going to go out there and do his job as well until he gets hurt. Keep backing him. You don't want to be fading that guy. He just looks like a pitcher up there. Talk about passing the eye test. Kate Cavalli looks like a dominant pitcher up there. He's got the stuff. He's got the aura. It just looks right. It feels right, unlike a lot of the other Nat starters. So I'm excited to see Kate Cavalli pitch. I still think he gives a shit, unlike Mackenzie Gore and a lot of the other guys. I still think he gives a shit. And I think he's going to go out there and continue to prove that he deserves a spot in this rotation for next year. Give me the first 5 under 4.5 is my lean in that game. Jovan, thoughts on Yankees, Nats?
I kind of think the Nats might win this game, Krabs, to be honest with you. Or at the very least, keep it close and cover a run line. This feels very Hunter Brown Rockies-ish to me. But Max Fried, I don't know. I feel like he's hitting a cliff, and he just had a really good start in one of the biggest series of the year against the Red Sox, which he finally pulled it together and figured it out, I guess, for a start. I don't know if he does that today. And to be honest, as lopsided as that game was yesterday for a good bit, the bats were up and moving and a little peskier than I guess you would have thought for a majority of the time, which I think is good momentum-wise heading into today.
Lapine Skins, I love the positive attitude. I love the name. I still don't get it, but it's funny. W Lapine Skins, W Vibes. Pega, good to see you lurking as well. A lot of Yankees alt lines in the chat. You guys probably know what that means. Nats might be a live dog.
A lot of Judge on the feed today, too.
A lot of Judge. A lot of people trying to catch the falling knife with Mr. Judge. I did a video on the whole prize picks lineup situation. $1,000 to win $20,000. It all comes down to Judge. You guys seem to like that video. I'm going to try to pump out some more of those puppies in the next couple weeks. Grinding out here. Okay? Stand spelled backwards is not Nats. I saw that post, Vanisk. Unbelievable work there from the Yankees. Quote tweeting a tweet from Giancarlo from a decade ago. I will say one nice thing about Giancarlo here before we move, because it'll probably help him not get a hit today. if I jinx him. He is the only cool clutch guy on this fucking Yankees roster. Everybody else is so fucking tight. Everybody else sucks when the lights are bright. Giancarlo Stanton is having an unbelievable season. Giancarlo Stanton is carrying this team. He should be up there for MVP odds if he didn't miss a bunch of games in the beginning of the season. Giancarlo Stanton is the real glue of that Yankees team, not Judge. It's Giancarlo. It's clear as day.
You're right, and you'll be happy to know you don't got to worry about that today, Krabs, because he ain't playing.
Wow. Thank fucking God. Thank God. They should give him some rest days. That way he doesn't get fucking hurt all the time. Same with Judge. Imagine trying to play Judge.
They have no
every
choice.
Game.
They have no choice but to give Stanton rest days because he's playing the outfield now.
Yeah, Judge you have to rest him. His legs are going to fall off. God, I'm sore from just playing men's league softball. Imagine 40-year-old Giancarlo Stanton running around out there actually doing something athletic. Right? Yeah. Lapine Skins coming in, giving out a subby. Let's go, Lapine Skins. Attaboy. Attaboy. Appreciate you, Beast. And again, why did Aaron Boone not give Judge more rest days throughout the entire season? Maybe if he did, he wouldn't be hurt again. I just don't get it. Just a bad manager. A bad manager that'll never win a game that matters or a series that matters. Okay.
Cal Riley's favorite now, if you saw, Krabs.
Oh, I'm seeing. I check it every day, Goots, when I wake up. First thing I do.
Crazy stat, chat might think is cool. No MVP has ever won MVP with a batting average below 250. And Cal Riley's at 245 right now.
And I'll be honest, I don't know if he should. But I'm rooting for him. Well, I'm rooting for him.
The advanced metrics are way better than the batting average, and no one cares about batting average anymore, apparently. So,
well, I do.
Yeah.
And I think he should be getting that batting average up a little bit here. But look, what he does behind the dish, what he does calling games, what he does defensively, although his defense has taken a hair of a step back. Obviously, you can't have it all. He used to be a Gold Glover. Now he's just above average behind the dish, I would say. Still calls every game. He's still the captain of the team, the leader of the team. And he hits from both sides of the plate. He's leading the league in home runs. I get it. I do. But he's hitting 245.
I mean, Ohtani won the MVP hitting 270.
Oh, it's a big difference between. Ooh. Wow. All right. Yeah, well, if I was voting, I don't know. I'd have my own opinions, but I understand both sides. I do. I'm not just going to sit up here and say, fuck Judge, and it's not Judge. It's award. I think it comes down to how the Yankees finish the season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
Also, I don't know. He's a catcher, which, I mean, this is the best season we've seen from a catcher in our lifetime, which is insane.
It is. It is. I'm cool with saying that. And he probably deserves the MVP just based off of that because people don't understand how fucking hard it is to catch.
Yeah.
They don't get it. They don't get it. All right. We got Camden coming in the YouTube saying, coming from the fantasy pod, got my draft tonight. Camden, if that pod doesn't help you improve your team tonight during the draft, I don't know what will, man. I don't know what will. All right, let's move. Let's groove. A couple other early games. Both of our teams play early today, Jovan. We got your Rays against the Guardians. Look, Rays are catching steam. They're up to like minus 150, which I thought was kind of weird because Rasmussen's fantasy score was completely greened out. Now, maybe this is just an under game. Total's down to 7 as well. What are your thoughts on your Rays today?
Yeah, I think it probably is an under game. I mean, most of the series should be. Granted, yesterday there wasn't a run the last 8 innings of the game because the Guardians scored the only runs in the first. Shout out Shane Baz for that horrific inning. But I think the Rays won today. I think Rasmussen, he's on a little bit of a pitch count, which I'm sure has to do with some of his greened out stuff. And that's the same thing that's going to be the way for the whole rest of the season. But I think he's going to absolutely shove tonight. And thankfully, Shane Baz, figured it out after the first inning and kind of saved the bullpen a little bit. But I think Ciccone gets hit up too. I like really a majority of the goats at the top of the lineup, but I like Brandon Lau. Took him in a 2-piece.
Okay. Sure. Brandon Lau. Who else you take with him?
Salvi, which is later.
Ooh. Okay. Okay. Bonnie Blue 69 says, Krabs, Jovan, do I take the Rays or the Braves ML? I can answer that one for Jovan. Never take the Braves ML. Take the Rays. Easy. Please, guys, stop betting on the Braves. Stop it. Stop it. If there's one thing you listen to today from my ass, please stop betting on the Braves. Just be done with them. Life is better when you don't bet on the fucking Braves. And yeah, how about Patty C last night?
Yeah. Cap tip.
How about Patty C last night, who owns the Angels for some reason? He owns them.
Krabs.
Jovan.
Did you happen to see that Joey Wentz square on the board?
No.
Might change your tune on the Braves just a tad.
Nope. Not worth our time. Remember, guys, it's just baseball. You got to follow these rules. Nope. You got to follow the rules. Wentz, that's the only chance you have. Nope. You got to follow the rules.
Goated.
You got to follow the rules in baseball. You can't fade streaks. You put off some people to the side, some starting pitchers to the side, some teams off to the side. It's the only chance you have. Trust me, I've learned my lesson. Nope, it's not Joey Wentz. It's not the Braves today. We can move there.
It's just Joey Wentz.
I'd take the Marlins at minus a hundo with Gusto's 6 ERA against Joey Wentz.
What if it's just Joey Wentz, though, and that's square?
Are you backing him to do well?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Dude.
That's a solo mesh. I'm out.
This is literally out of your playbook. Outlier 6 earned run start.
It's not, though, because it's a Braves player. No. I learned my lesson
Joey
back
Wentz.
in Fetty.
Joey Wentz has been good.
No. I'm out.
Wentz is
solo mesh.
Wentz is shoving.
All right. Have fun. Let's talk about the Padres and Mariners game, and then we will pivot to some NFL talk, and we'll get into the good stuff, the sharp report here in a moment, guys. Let's talk about the Padres and the Mariners. Yu Darvish versus Woo. Padres catching a little bit of steam here, 5 cents. Total in this game's down from 8 to 7.5. Jovan, is it the under in this game? Should we back you to go out there and shove?
Yes. It's on my sharp report, this under.
Okay.
Which
fuck yeah.
Both the games very conveniently have soared over the first 2 games of the series. Can't remember the last time we got a matchup of 2 pitching staffs like this in Seattle, and we've seen all over. So I'm hoping it doesn't happen now, but I love the spot for both these guys. I think Yu Darvish kind of figured something out too. I backed him in that last start against the Dodgers, and he was great for 99% of it. And I think he's kind of figuring out and getting settled with the pitch mix.
Pega, when's the last time I've had the Orioles on the sharp report? Months. I took them on Saturday. They lost, assuming. I don't bring them up on here. You guys don't tail them. What's the point? Let's move. I love that under in Seattle today as well. I'll be tailing that puppy with you. Little afternoon action. Okay? B-Bet says, can we go to sharp report and then football talk? Is that what you guys would prefer? Would you guys rather go baseball talk now, sharp report, and then we do football later? Or do you not give a shit?
There's nothing there from the early games. So don't let that be your reason other than that.
Yep. They all want baseball now. So let's go ahead and do baseball now. We'll give Goots a second here to rearrange some stuff. It's not as easy as it looks, guys. It doesn't look this clean without Goots grinding in the back ends. And he's already ready because he's him. So let's go ahead and get to the sharp report here, boys, and hop in and talk about some winners for today. Going right back to the first 5 unders and the W. The only things that have treated me well in the MLB season this whole fucking year. And only things that have treated me well in the sharp report of late. So not making any changes because, guys, again, if you make changes, if you flip after a bad day, bad week, bad whatever, that's exactly when the plays that you were already on, the type of plays you're going to be taking, are going to start to hit. So you can't flip. You can't change. You got to be yourself. You got to bet the way you want to bet and stick with it. Okay? It's the only fucking chance you have. And you better just hope you're fucking sharp. Let's start out with the under first 5, under 4.5 in the Royals and the White Sox game. Some nasty squares up in this game. This Burger guy has been pretty fucking good. And Savali has a 5 ERA. He has not been good. But he has a crazy earned run square up there as well that I really like the less than on. So I'm going first 5 under here after we saw some runs in this game last night. 5-4 game. Pretty good game, honestly, in this series after the first one was a 7-0 shutout for the White Sox. I think we get a good old-fashioned pitcher's duel here after the Royals have had a bunch of overs of late, and so have the White Sox besides the first game of this series. So when these two teams play, typically you do get some unders besides the last game. I'm going to lean into that early, keep the bullpens out of it, and go with this sharp first 5 under 4.5, backing Savali to lower that ERA, and backing Burger to keep shoving.
Sure.
Hey, I'm Matt. I will spin the wheel tomorrow if we don't hit a squad ride today. Cool? Cool. Goods, can you go on mute? Thank you. Jovan, let's swing it around to you, my man. And let's see what you're crafting up for today. Wow, fading the Mets.
Fading the Mets and super rare taking Taijuan Walker, which doesn't happen too often. But the Mets just have owned the Phillies. I mean, it's been years now, but especially now, it seems to be slipping away ever so slowly. And now you have a guy, Nolan McLean, who's just had electric stuff since he's come up in the majors. And it's a huge spot trying to avoid, getting swept here for the Phillies. And now you have your veteran on the mound versus the new exciting arm that everybody loves and everybody's laddering on the feed today. I don't think it's going to play out like that. This is such a game that Taijuan Walker comes out when the whole world is fading him. Nobody's expecting shit from him. The series has gone to absolute shit for the Phillies. And then he comes out and shoves in this spot, which, again, nothing ever points to that if you're Taijuan Walker. Nothing ever points to that if you're trying to take or fade Taijuan Walker, because the strikeout stuff has never been there. It's especially not been there this year in his old age. But he's done a great job at not getting the ball hit hard off him, which is the most important thing, I guess, if you're trying to take Taijuan Walker, because that's a lot of what we faded him on. Like, because he's not going to generate very many whiffs, and like that's a problem against the Mets lineup. But when you're not getting the ball hit hard off of you, like he's done so well at this year, it kind of changes the tune a little bit. So I'm kind of fine to lean into him and at least say he's like the veteran stabling presence for as big a game as this is. And on the other side, again, when you have a guy that everybody loves because he's a new exciting arm, electric stuff, you got him starting today, Jonah Tong starting on Friday. It's a lot of new exciting blood for this Mets rotation. And a big game like this to close out this series, I don't think he gets it done. I think the Phillies hop on top of him early. He's got a couple weird squares up, sure. Like he's probably going to get some strikeouts, but I don't think that's going to matter in the grand scheme of things. I think they're going to hop on it early and potentially get to some of the back end of this bullpen, which was used very oddly yesterday, I will say. Like they found a way to escape, but Edwin Diaz has been on the shelf for a bit now, and I don't even know why he wasn't in for maybe an extended outing towards the end of the game. So like they kind of got away with misusing the pen yesterday. I don't think they'll do that again.
A couple things. I honestly like the over in this game. I think both pitchers get hit up. I'm down to fade McLean. I actually like McLean's less than strikeouts looking at that chart, and I like his more than hits allowed looking at the charts.
Yeah, so
but I just like runs in this game. With the total up to 8.5 from 8, and it might even close at 9. Who knows? That over is super juicy right now. Total's about to move up a whole run, which I thought was kind of interesting. I like runs, but if you're seeing more from the Phillies at plus chicken, sign me up. Sign me up. Okay. Yep. And also Falser in the chat asking the right questions here. He says, what were the plays for the early games? Were there any? I think the only play we're officially going to lock in here is the under in the Mariners game at 4 p.m. Eastern. I'm not taking anything in the Miami game. I lean Miami ML. The Rays ML was a lean as well. I don't know if we're locking that in or not. I'm probably not. I'm probably just going to sit back and enjoy the show. And then the Nats ML was another lean. So, Jovan, are you going to take anything in those early starts?
No, I just locked in that 2-piece that I posted that has Brandon Lau on it. And then it's the under that's on the screen, of course.
Yep. If you guys want something that we locked in, Jovan did post a Prize Picks lineup on his X. So feel free to tail that puppy. And then some leans for you. Nats ML, or honestly probably the plus 1.5 in a low-scoring affair. I like that first 5 under in the Nats and Yankees game. The Rays ML and the under in the Guardians game. I like Miami ML, but fuck that game. And then the under in Seattle, San Diego. I'm going to tail Jovan's play on that puppy and back you and woo. Sure. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. Swing it around for me, Gucci. We also got a subby coming in from Phil Zutley, 401k on the Mets. The Phillies are cat meat. That could be the difference, Jovan.
That's probably the difference. W. Phils.
W. Phils. Attaboy. Attaboy. Good to see you, my man. Your TikToks have been popping off, bro. Your TikToks get more views and likes than mine, dude. Swear to God.
No way.
Swear to God. He's figured out something. He's getting hella views on those puppies. W. Phils. Keep grinding, bro. Keep grinding. I posted a TikTok yesterday. They got like 60 views. Makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense. Posted the same thing on Instagram and I got 4K views. I don't know what the fuck's going on over there on TikTok, but I got to figure it out. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. I got another first 5 under for you guys. I'm sure you'll love tailing this one. Arizona, Milwaukee, first 5 under 4.5. One of my favorite squares up there on Prize Picks today is the Ryan Nelson less than 2.5 runs allowed square. And I think Quentin Priester actually has a pretty decent start. He's been on fumes a little bit the last couple starts, but overall this season, he's been much, much better on the Brew Crew. Typical Brewers pitching lab, getting to work there, making some tweaks and helping the young flamethrower out. He's been pretty solid. I like this first 5 under. I know the total moved up from 8 to 8.5. The under is super juicy, though. It's almost like it's too juicy to even make people want to bet. But the fact that this total opened up at 8 with these two starting pitchers on the bump, I thought was a pretty good sign as well. I thought that was a little bit low, even if the total has moved up a hair. I'm sure when we check the splits on Pickit, there's more bets and handle on this over. We'll check that on Pickit Pro here later. But there's been a ton of runs in this series so far. Both games have gone over, and it hasn't even been close. 5-7, 8-9, and the total in this game opened up at the same number. I love spots like that. I'm sniffing out a first 5 under a snooze fest, if you will, and that Ryan Nelson square is crazy in the earned runs category on Prize Picks. And I think Quinn Priester could do enough against this rat shit D-backs team that, honestly, I think they could win this game. I think Ryan Nelson could give us 5 scoreless. Maybe Quinn gives up 1 or 2. But I would not be shocked to see Arizona potentially win this game. They're catching 10 cents of steam as well. Okay?
Yep. And on that,
Dubs.
Just got to hope Ryan Nelson gives us some innings. They need it. Bad.
Look at this trend from Big Cheesy. Love chats like this. Brewers are 12-0 in Priester's last 12 starts. Crazy.
Quinn Priester. I mean, that's because they're in that fucking insanity run for a majority of it.
Crazy.
Now it's kind of
Okay.
over.
All right. Let's move. Let's groove. What else you got?
It's an 8.5 total in San Fran today, Krabs. 8.5. And I think it's pretty odd. I kind of like the Cubs in this game, but I want to go on the over because Colin Rea, I don't have really any confidence of what he's going to do against this Giants lineup, especially like he's done a decent job limiting hard contact. But again, like he's going to fill up the zone with a lot of stuff that's not going to miss bats. So for the Giants, if you're going to give them some supply or some hope of an offense, they're going to take it. And that's when they've actually been good. You know, they did that a little bit yesterday when the whole world was on Matthew Boyd everything, and shocker, he chalked after he gave up that home run, left the game early, outs batters and piss, Cubs batters and piss, everything above. So they're probably going to win this game, but I don't think they're going to do it with a Colin Rea masterclass on the other side. I think he's going to pitch somewhat poorly in this game, and I do think the Giants bats are going to get to him. But on the other side, Wisenhunt is kind of the same thing. Like he doesn't miss many bats. He has a weird like repertoire. It's like sinker, changeup majority, and it's all stuff that a lot of these Cubs hitters kill. So like the top of that lineup with that, I don't really know exactly what it's going to look like today. I can tell you he's probably going to be at the top with one of my squares, but the Cubs have been hitting lefties well all season. It's trickled off a little bit, but against like the softer tossing guys that kind of thrive off of getting soft contact, they've still been killing them for a majority of the season. That's still been true when they've gone on the colder streaks here. So I think it's going to be the same. And I think seeing these two pitchers with a total of 8.5, some weird squares as well up on Prize Picks, more on the Wisenhunt side, I guess, but 8.5 definitely seems pretty telling of what's going to happen in San Fran.
High total in a pitcher's park. Can't deny it.
Don't get those too often.
Nope. All right. Swinging around, Goots. I got a WNBA play that I'm just dying to sell you guys. This one. Been pretty hot in the W in the Big 2-5. I'm going to lay the points here with the Atlanta Dream. Yep. Fade the aces. This opened up at a pick'em. And now we've got the Atlanta Dream catching 3.5 cents of steam, which I thought was pretty weird against, the big and bad aces. The aces have also beaten this team for, the last 4 times they played? Yep. It's been since May of 2024, the last time the Atlanta Dream beat the aces. The aces are also on a fat streak right now. I'm down to fade streaks in the W. That's for sure. That's actually maybe some coins this year. The aces, who are on fuego right now, their best stretch of the season. They've actually won 10 games in a row. 10 piece. Crazy. Okay. And they are catching reverse steam here, or I guess the better way to put it, the Dream is catching, 4 points of steam, which I thought was pretty fucking weird. And I'm not done with this game yet. I do have a square I'm going to go over here in a moment that's also going to hit. We are fading the aces on a 10-game win streak on the road against a team they've beaten the last 4 times they played, and backing a shitty Atlanta Dream team that sneakily has the same record as the aces, but nobody talks about the Atlanta Dream. Nobody cares about them. Nobody gives a hoot because they don't have a superstar on their team. Well, they're going to win today. They're blue collar. They're a Krabs team, and I like them. Give me the Dream.
There you go. Shout out to Dream.
Yep. Give me the Dream. Howard. Yep.
Goat.
Yep. All right. Swinging around. You got one more play here, and I know you already touched on it, but this might be my favorite one from you. A good old-fashioned under.
Yeah, a little daytime under in Seattle after just a splooge fest of runs the first 2 games, especially like yesterday. The Padres, I think, scored 5 in the first. And not only do you have a total that's gone 8 to 7.5 in this game, but you got a nerfy square up on Prize Picks if you feel so inclined, Krabs. But I think Darvish again figured something out a little bit in that Dodgers start. It's kind of what I've been waiting for, because the issue with Darvish is throws so many pitches that a lot of these pitches, like depending on your specific approach to hitter, inning to inning, some of them are average. You don't get like elite at one specific thing. And he kind of fine-tuned it against the Dodgers a little bit. The off-speed was a little more succinct. Like he was locating it well. The fastball had some life on it too. So, I mean, that was a big spot in a big game with the vision on the line during that series. And he figured it out. So I think that's something I want to buy throughout the whole rest of the season here, that when he first came back from injury and was pretty bad, that was more of a blip than what to expect from Darvish the rest of the season. And in the spot, looking at the game, looking at the line, I think that's something to hold true to. And Brian Wu, same deal. Like the Padres, like shockingly, have been overpowered by a lot of fastball pitchers this entire last like month and a half. And Brian Wu is very obviously that. So I know he's a pretty popular fade today, and I don't really agree, but I think he's going to pitch incredibly well. And I think, again, the total in this game after the last 2 games of the series probably tells you something.
Yeah, that's an insane total in a pitcher's park. Love backing it and buying low on Yu Darvish here in the spot, who's shown flashes since he's been back. He's been pretty inconsistent, but I think he pitches pretty well today, and I would love to fade runs in this series here. Chat's saying they're scared to fade Seattle's bats. I'm certainly not scared to fade Seattle's bats, and I would love to fade both these teams' bats after both the games in the series so far. 6-9, 7-6, plenty of runs. Kind of reminds me of that first 5 under I pitched earlier. So love this play. Certainly going to be in contention for a squad ride, even if it's an early start. I don't give a fuck. Don't care. It's a winner.
Sure.
We'll talk about that puppy later. Okay? Dubs. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's get to the squares here, folks. Yep. I brought it up already. I'll give you guys a quick sell job here. Ryan Nelson, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. The guy has been a pitching machine this whole season. He has stunk. The conversion from him from the bullpen has not been great. It hasn't, especially of late. It's been ugly. But for some reason, after he gives up like 4 runs a game, he's got a, minus 120 both ways, which, by the way, it's crazy that on the books now the props are minus 120 both ways. It's actually so fucked. And I also saw on Twitter they have roulette wheels now with 4 greens, which is just, it made me want to throw up. It made me want to actually throw up. It's absolutely ridiculous. So stay safe out there, folks. Don't be playing those fucking tables. And it's crazy that the props are at minus 120 both ways now on the books. Ryan Nelson, he ain't giving up 3. I don't think he's giving up 2. I think he absolutely deals for the first time in a minute, Jovan. And I love this first 5 under. I'm going to back one of the nastiest squares up there on Prize Picks against one of the hottest teams in baseball. Nobody's going to want to take this. Nobody's going to want to take the under. That's why it's going to hit. Ryan Nelson legacy start for the first time in a month.
That would be massive. Massive Krabs.
We got Aries 18 coming in, dropping a resub. Wow, Aries. Good to see you, my man. Fuck yeah. Let's go, Aries. Atta boy. Good to see you, Beast. What's good, boys? Just reminding everyone, my Tigers will be slamming Clemson this weekend. Ooh, go Tigers. I don't know what I like in that game. I really don't.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm rooting for.
Game.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like LSU is probably the play. And I feel like it might even be better for Clemson if they lose that game, as crazy as that sounds. Talk about a kick in the butt.
I mean, yeah. Probably not getting both Texas and LSU. I'll tell you that, though, Krabs.
Well, I'd rather have my coins on both those sides than the others.
I mean, yeah, for juice purposes, of course. But we'll see.
Okay. Jackie Young, less than 15.5 points. She's coming off a legacy game. She's got a bazillion squares up there for the Aces tonight. Again, the team that I'm fading tonight in the W, the Aces. Jackie Young is on that squad. Jackie Young has had a couple great games this season, but I like fading her after a big game. It's done me pretty well so far this season, knock on wood. She's coming off a legacy performance, over 20 points in that last game. She hit a bunch of threes. Well, she's playing one of the better, most underrated defenses in the W tonight. And again, love the dream in the spot. If Jackie Young scores more than 15.5 points, the dream probably aren't covering this fucking spread. So I do think these plays correlate a tad. I know Jackie Young is no Asia Wilson, but she's kind of been a young star for this team, and I want to fade her.
Sure.
Let's beat those squares, and I'll lock in the sharp report format here. And yeah, it looks like the Nats game did just start. I see James Wood at the dish. Yeah, let's go ahead and go over these plays, these squares, and I will drop the link to the sharp report format in the chat.
two hitters that might only hit singles in this matchup, but would be goated either way. Just talked about liking runs in the Cubs game, and Carson Whisenhunt again is like a guy that's not going to strike out too many in this matchup. He's a somewhat softer tossing lefty, but like more of a sinker baller, wants to get ground balls guy. So like for Nico Horner, I mean, is there a better matchup? He's probably going to be at the top of the lineup like he's been against lefties, which has been the case for like the last couple of weeks now, but he's probably going to be at the top of the lineup. This is like a perfect match for him to poke singles. Really, I mean, the opposite way if you so choose, or take it wherever it's pitched. Really, he's been pretty much elite in these matchups every time you've seen him as of recent. So I want to keep riding with that. Also, I pay attention to when they have 1.5 bases up for the guys that are very obviously not extra base hit guys, especially when you're playing in a big pitcher's park. So like Luis Arias, same deal, and they have his bases up in like a non-hitting environment a lot. It's really weird, and he usually turns green. Same for Nico; he has this up every so often, but I like the matchup for him, so it all kind of lines up. And then TJ Friedel, who got I think much needed off day yesterday. Granted, it was an absolutely horrible lineup that Terry Francona put out for God knows what reason against Kershaw yesterday. He was trying to be super cute because they wanted to put a righty heavy lineup out there, but in reality, like it just kind of turned against them, and they were horrible in that game until the very end. They showed some life, but they had Marte playing center field. Friedel should be back in the lineup today against Ohtani, who we have all figured out at this point. Electric stuff, but he has not been great on the mound so far this year, and especially as not against a lot of these peskier like Nico Horner, TJ Friedel type hitters, whether they're from the left side of the plate or the right side of the plate. And I want something to do with the Reds in this game because, I mean, who knows if the trend's going to keep up? They haven't been swept so far this year. They magically bring out some random powers every time they're down 0-2 in a series and need some offense. And I think they do kind of get it tonight, whether they actually win the game or not. I think the offense is going to be good against Shohei, and Friedel is a guy that kind of starts with him. And I think he sets tone at the top of this lineup today. So I want to take him.
Braves home run. Good start for the Braves backers. I don't really understand it, but good start. I'm rooting for you guys. Trent nuked the Braves as well. Sure. Okay. And 2 quick outs for the Nats. Max Fried back in midseason form. Unbelievable. Andrew with the NC State logo. Can't miss it in the YouTube chat. I expect NC State spread tomorrow on the Sharp Report. Cannot wait to go over college football tomorrow. There's a loaded slate of college football tomorrow. My goodness. And NC State will probably be played in some capacity. Crazy they're laying that to a team they lost to literally in the ball game last year. So, yeah, I'm in, and I'm a big CJ Bailey guy. Big time. Look, again, talked about the Hokies, everybody being a year early on them. Not saying they're going to go out and win the fucking Natty this year, but they should be a little bit better, at least record-wise. Same with NC State. Let's not forget NC State was a very trendy team last year. And I think we were maybe a year off here. Obviously, there were some injuries. Grayson McCall getting hurt. CJ Bailey played pretty decent as a freshman last year, so I'm excited to see the Wolfpack. I think they could do something, have a couple weird wins in the ACC this year. I would not want to play the Wolfpack. I would not. All right. Rand Dope said I copied the play on Pickett that you posted on college football, Krabs. The futures? Or are you talking about the +6 tomorrow for USF? Or +6.5, excuse me. Either way, let me know.
You already got that in, Krabs?
I locked it in so I could get a good number. Yeah. I got +6.5.
My God.
Yep. All right. Does one of those Big Ten teams lose tomorrow? Connor, we have plenty of time to talk about those games tomorrow. Okay? For now, let's keep powering through. I did drop the link to the Sharp Report 4-man in the Twitch chat. If you want it, there it is again. Boom. Okay? Love these squares from you, Jovan. Obviously, I'd rather take a Nico Horner fantasy score, but it's not up. Nothing you could do. So it's certainly weird that total basis square is up there in the first place.
I don't think he's walking or stealing today. I think he's getting base hits.
Okay.
So I think they'll cash at the same time.
All right. He's just not an extra base hit guy. I'd take his 1.5 demon single square, a little side piece too. He's probably getting 2 singles, right?
It's just you never know. Whenever they put these up, I mean, for the non-extra base hit guys, I mean, sometimes they magically turn into fucking CES with power.
Yep. They turn into Barry. Certainly weird. Krabs, any chance you host Surge Friday so we can listen to college plays? Sure, Pega. Sure. Let's move. Let's groove. Let's hop in and talk a little bit about who are we talking about today? Falcons. Let's talk about NFL. Falcons. Everybody's favorite dark horse this year because they saw Michael Penix have a couple good games last year. W69 nice. Appreciate you too, my man. Dubs. Look, everybody's buying into the Falcons. Everybody's buying into Bijan, Kyle Pitts, again, for some reason, although he went so late in my draft last night. Michael Penix, everybody's acting like is literally the next Tom Brady. I just don't understand it. Yep, just like Matt Gauthier saying in the chat, Penix better than Brady. And I think Matt Gauthier, I'm pretty sure I did your guys' cameo draft order. Was that you, Matt Gauthier, who I did that for earlier this morning? I hope you liked that, my man. Let me know how I did. And if you guys need a cameo draft order done quick, ASAP, cheap, I said it at the cheapest price, hit me up on Cameo. Happy to roast your buddies, just like Matt Gauthier is saying in the chat. And a leadoff home run for Trent Grisham. I mean, somebody check that guy for steroids. And that is a Mickey Mouse home run. Again, only a home run in one park. Only a home run in one ballpark. I don't even need to see the fucking tweets. I already know that's only a home run in one ballpark. One.
93 off
93 exit velo. That was a pop-up. That was a pop-up, man. Oh, thank you, Matt Gauthier. I appreciate you. If you guys need a cheap draft order done for your fantasy leagues, and by the way, Dylan Cruz almost fucking robbed that, man. God damn it.
That would have been sick.
Unbelievable, dudes. Unbelievable. And people celebrate that shit. It's actually incredible. Pop-up. Did this Falcons team do enough in the offseason? I don't think so. I don't. I'm not a big fan of their coach either. Everybody loves Raheem Morris. I think he's a great guy. I think he's a good motivator. I don't think he's a great coach. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. He is a great dude. I know that. He gets a lot out of his guys. I'm not a big fan of their coordinators either. I'm not seeing the hype with the Falcons. And when we talk about my best bet, I think I'll help you guys, show you what the books are thinking about this team. I think they're on my side as well. Not thinking the Falcons are going to be great. So people are saying they got weapons. I mean, do they? They have Drake London. Darnell Mooney's hurt. Kyle Pitts sucks. That's it. Bijan's a great running back. I'll give you guys that. He's a great running back. One of the best in the league, sure. But do they have weapons? I don't know. I don't like this team. Penix is going to have to put on and do a lot himself. I know he's a smart kid, but I'm not buying in yet. I need to see a little bit more out of Penix and the Falcons, and I think the hype is a little bit over-exaggerated. Jovan, they did add Divine Diablo, who's actually a really fucking good linebacker who went to Virginia Tech. Can't make it up. He's good. He's good. I don't want to hear it. He's good. He's starting for this team. Did they do enough, though, besides add Divine Diablo? So that's pretty much the only addition they had.
They had some other additions because their pass rush, I know, was like one of the worst consistently in the NFL last year. So, like, they drafted James Pierce and Walker, right? And then so it should be better for the defense and not put so much strain on the secondary. So if there's any, like, improvement I'm buying into, it's probably not from the offense. It's from the defense and actually getting some pressure on the quarterback, which is fine, and I can respect that. But I just the whole Penix thing, it blows my mind, partially because, like, I don't think he's all that good, but in the same light, like, people are freaking out over the couple of games he had last year. Those are against some of the worst defenses in the NFL. Like, respectfully, I mean, the Commanders he had three full real starts, and the Commanders were far and beyond the best defense he faced out of those 3 games, which is insane because the other 2 games were against the Giants and Panthers, which he didn't even look that good against the Giants, to be honest with you. But I like what he's doing or the direction they're going with the offense. I kind of started to agree with you, though, because the Kirk Cousins situation is weird. And I don't know that we've seen the end of Kirk, especially with how injury-prone Michael Penix has been his entire career, and the fact that, I mean, I don't know if there's a freer-looking NFL season-long square or season-long future than that Michael Penix touchdowns. Which
sorry, Jovan.
Probably more than anything else over the offseason.
I apologize.
Okay.
Kate Cavalli just hit Aaron Judge. He had him.
Wow. WK'd.
Good.
WK'd.
Good. Nothing cheap. Nothing in the head or neck area. Nothing in the legs. Just a nice little elbow shot on the pad. Nothing crazy.
There you go.
Sorry, that was big news. Go ahead and continue. I love what you're saying right now.
Just let them know. Let them know. Yeah. But yeah, I don't think this Falcons offense is going to be as good as people think too. I think the most under talked about thing too is that they're starting the season for maybe the entire like 4-game stretch of the IR of without 2 of their best linemen. It's like the Bijan thing. That's why I've kind of cooled down on him a little bit, like in fantasy draft purposes. Like I'm taking Gibbs over him, which probably would have done anyway. But it's interesting to see because like Penix in college, like when he was both at Indiana, but like especially at Washington when he was great, he had the best offensive line in college football. He wasn't touched a single time throughout the entirety of the season, and it kept him pretty clean last year. So if he's going to have any pressure, he's been horrible both in college and in the couple snaps he's got in the pros. So if there's any pressure and Bijan can't be as effective, Penix gets a little pressure on himself, things could go south pretty quickly.
Yeah, I agree. They did add a couple other pieces on defense. You're right. They also added Leonard Floyd. I forget if you mentioned him or not, but he'll be starting for this team.
They pretty much grabbed anything they could get on the D-line for any sort of pass rush.
Yeah, you're right. And yeah, Pierce and Walker are probably going to be depth pieces, to start. But they'll play a little bit as well. I just, look, the thing you talked about that I want to talk about and address here the most, they also brought in Xavier Watts as well. And Nats are just terrible at baseball. It's sad to watch. Kirk Cousins is not done playing in this league. And everyone's response is, okay, if that's the truth, they're going to trade him. No, they're not going to trade him. He's going to play the second half of this season for the Falcons. Whether it's because of injury, whether it's because Penix isn't getting the job done, everybody's writing Kirk Cousins off. This guy has gotten written off every fucking year of his life playing football. He got written off at Michigan State. He overperformed there, had one of the better Michigan State teams in my lifetime when he was there and had some great seasons. He was drafted in the 4th round and ended up taking the starting job from Robert Griffin III's hands. Obviously, there was some injury stuff going on there too, but 4th round pick coming in, snagging the 2nd overall pick starting job, not, after a long time, pretty quickly, impressive. And he had some great fucking seasons in DC. Trust me. I watched him. One of the only positives. This guy bounces around. He gets no respect because he sucks in the prime time and he throws some picks sometimes. Might not be a winner. He's a good quarterback. He's an above average quarterback. And he was playing last year hurt. He was playing the last 2 years hurt. And nobody gives a shit. They just want to write off Kirk. I don't get it. Kirk is not done. His story is not written yet. He's going to go out there and have a heck of a second half of the season. He's going to play games for the Falcons. When everybody's jerking off Michael Penix, I'm just not seeing it, whether it's because of injury, whether it's because of play, performance. You're going to see Kirk Cousins play this season, and he's not giving up that job again. He is not done. He was hurt.
I agree.
He was hurt.
I also think it's worth talking about. Like the offensive line is really banged up to start the year, and I think that's going to linger for a while. So, I mean, the second, I'm not rooting for it, but that screams Penix getting hurt from that, just like we could see it coming with Burrow back when the offensive line was at its worst. But the second Penix, because he's the guy they want to invest in for the future, the second Penix gets the slightest bit, like, nicked up, Kirk can come out.
He's out of there. Yep.
Yeah. Like, they're going to be
100%.
ultra conservative with him. Ultra conservative. Because you have Kirk and you invested all that money on him.
People in chat are saying Kirk doesn't suck. Kirk is done for. He's done. Hang him up. No.
He's old and he was recovering from an Achilles injury. That's the same thing with like Isaiah Pacheco. Not an Achilles injury, but like he fractured his leg, tried to come back and play at the end of the year. He looked like shit, but you need a full year to recover from that to look anything like your old self. Like Kirk's not going to look like you looked in fucking Washington or like prime Vikings days, but he's better than what he showed last year.
He won't be able to fucking avoid the sacks like he could back then. Sure. He's not going to be able to move.
Yeah. You also can't like fail to address the fact that they invested a ton in Kirk Cousins. So while he's there, I can assure you, like, people think they're just going to cut him and eat that money. They're not going to do that until they get to a point far down the line, because that is an incredible sunk cost. So again, like while he's here, and if you need a game or two at the very least to relieve Penix because he's got, I don't know, some random ankle injury or a cracked rib or God knows what behind that offensive line, you're going to use Kirk. Like he's going to play.
Yep. Could not agree more. I'm happy that you've come around to Mr. Kirko Chains. I agree. His story is not written yet, folks. People are so recency bias clouds so many people's judgment. I don't know if their brain just can't hold memories that long or what, but let's not forget Kirk was playing great football 2+ years ago for a long fucking time. Don't let the last 2 injured seasons affect your memories of Kirk. Don't.
I mean, don't even think, like, you don't have to go back 2 years. He threw for 500 yards against the Bucs in primetime last year. People forget about that.
He's completely flipped the primetime narrative. Now he plays great in primetime games. He's flipped it. And maybe that's some law of averages, right? Maybe that's some positive regression. Maybe that's, it's not sustainable to, play terrible and lose every primetime game, right? So maybe he has some luck on his side there, but Kirk is not done yet. Kirk is an above average QB, and they have invested way too many coins in Kirk O'Chains for him not to play again for this team. Could not agree more. Could not agree more. Petty Queen BBW, W follow. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Let's see if Kate Cavalli can get out of this bases loaded jam. Okay. Guys, you all love the Falcons. Everybody loves the Falcons. It's everybody's new shiny toy. Everybody's buying into the Falcons. If the Falcons were good, if the Falcons were going to be good this season, don't you think that they would not be plus 145 to make the playoffs this year? That is zero respect for this team in a conference that they should have success in a division they should find success in. My best bet for this team, Jovan, is the Falcons, to miss the playoffs at minus 170. Sure, it's juicy. I don't care. And I'm hearing in the chat, Kate Cavalli got out of that puppy. Let's fucking go.
Wow. Got out of it.
Let's fucking go. Nerfy Chad, get your Nerfy lick back on the Mariners and Padres. Nerfy, I will tail that puppy with you from Jovan. I love that. I love that square. Guys, the Falcons aren't making the playoffs. Again, this is not Disney. This is not a Cinderella story. This is not you just buy low on every shitty team and hope they turn out well. No, you got to be smart. And I'm not buying in the coach. I'm not buying in the QB. I'm not buying in the roster. I'm not buying in the program, the organization. The one thing I like about this org is that they have cheap concessions, and the owner's a man of the people, and he has a brand new stadium that's sick, and the tickets aren't that expensive, and the food is cheap. That's fucking awesome. That's the only positive this team has going for them right now. Straight up. The Falcons aren't making the playoffs. Okay, that's a pipe dream. That shit ain't happening. If they were making the playoffs, they wouldn't be minus 170 to miss the playoffs. Guys, the books know all. They are smart as shit. They're very rarely wrong. If the Falcons, a team who's getting more hype than any other, we're going to make the playoffs, we're going to be good, they would not be minus 170 to miss the playoffs. That is insane. I had to check a second book to make sure that line was right. It is. It's right. And they're with me and they're with Jovan on this one. They think the Falcons are going to suck. They will suck. Guys, their win total is at 7.5. Most games they're winning is 7 games.
Crazy to think about.
Minus 170, Jovan. Not minus 110. Not minus 130. Not minus 150. Minus 170. I even saw minus 180 on a couple books. They ain't making the playoffs. It's a great story. Cool. It would make a great Disney film one day. Michael Penix leads the Falcons to the playoffs. Shit ain't happening. That's a fucking Disney film.
I will say,
be real.
If we get into a part of the season where it's Kirk and they end up actually riding that out to the playoffs,
well,
that's when the tune could be changed.
If Kirk is playing, then that scares me a little bit. Certainly.
Yeah. It depends on when the Kirk turn happens. If they do it a little early because of an injury or something and they go back to Penix, 100% with you. But if it's Kirk leading into the playoffs, that I could get with them actually making a wild card spot. But we'll find out. I like Darnell Mooney, and I am fully aware. I think he's going to miss a game, probably not much more than that, because they signed DJ Chark. He's got a shoulder injury, so they signed Chark as a depth option just in case, and they just cut him yesterday. So I would assume that kind of leads into the fact that Darnell Mooney's not going to be having any long-term issue with this. But he's a Darnell Mooney guy, Michael Penix is, and so was Kirk for a little bit. But a lot of what they did last year when both quarterbacks were playing is they moved Darnell Mooney from the slot back out wide, where he's been fucking nails his entire career. When he had his big spike weeks with the Bears, he was playing on the outside a little bit, even in a couple different packages. But this offense loves him out wide, and that's where he has a bulk of his production. So I think, again, he's going to miss a game, maybe two, it seems. That's probably the longest you're going to see him out, which is why the numbers tick down and you're buying a little low. I think he's going to have a great year. I think that's a good – I don't think we talked about this on the pod, but a decent late round fantasy dart, especially while Penix isn't in there, because he does like him a little more than Kirk. But I especially think, with all the focus on Drake London after the connection he saw with – or a lot of teams saw with Penix last year, somebody else is going to get the ball in this offense. And Kyle Pitts is horrible at what he gets paid to do. So between the third option there is pretty much wide open in this offense between Drake London, Bijan, and then whoever else. Darnell Mooney is clearly that guy to me.
I'm a little bit concerned about the injury, but if you're saying they cut DJ Chark, that's a pretty good sign, Jovan. So yeah. I'm in.
I was a little worried about it too for a while, but everything that has seemed to come out news-wise in the past week or so is pretty positive on that front.
Nice. And Rowdy loves him too. He says, I'm loving Darnell Mooney. I have him in multiple leagues.
Sure.
W Rowdy.
W Rays.
W Rowdy.
Slate's going.
Rowdy, has that Tarleton State spread come out yet, my man? I know you're about to hammer that. Probably move the line. Let me know. I don't know when the FCS lines drop, but we'd love to know when you lock that puppy in. Okay? Phil said his wide receivers are Nico, Higgins, Pearsall, Judy, and Mooney. That sounds like a pretty fucking good receiving core.
Sounds like cake or steak.
Yeah, there you go. Steak. God, you see the draft I had last night? Did you see how it ended up?
No.
With my running back situation?
Did not. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Dude, the Krosky Merritt stuff is just...
Hey, I got Eckler too, man. I made it very clear I'm more in on Eckler this season than I am with Bill. Come on.
Yeah, the Bill stuff is going to lose people some fantasy leagues, man.
Eckler's my RB1. Yeah. He is.
Unbelievable.
He is. W. Austin, yep. I will happily get a buzz cut if Indiana wins, 9 games? They're winning fucking 9 games.
I saw that or heard from Trent that side bet.
Yeah. Hilarious. Snowman standing on biz. Look, I got no problems with anybody calling me out on the stream, faces on the stream, like a grown-up, like a man. I will certainly accept that challenge 9 times out of 10. W. Snowman.
Snowman's
no
good
hate.
too. Love standing on
It's all
biz.
respect. It's all respect. I appreciate him standing on biz. Yeah.
Trent brought it up and just immediately said, I want to fade one of your plays and do the same shit. It's like, okay.
Yeah, Trent just likes starting drama. He's a drama queen. Trent's a drama queen.
Trent gonna be rooting on Memphis' downfall this year.
If you guys haven't noticed, Trent is a big drama guy. Loves stirring the pot. He's been stirring the pot up a lot more recently, which is good for content. Right? Good for content. Would you trade BTJ and Pacheco for Chase Brown, Coleman, and Igbuka? He also has Nico and Devontae Adams. Whoa. Who are your running backs? Pacheco and who?
I would have a tough time trading Brian.
Yeah.
Not just because he's my guy, but remember how much I was slurping Godwin last year because he's the slot wide receiver in a Liam Cohn offense. That's Brian. And Travis, but on both sides.
Hampton is his other RB. I don't know. I'd rather make that trade in a dynasty league, PAX picks. I don't know about a regular league. I'd probably stick with BTJ and Pacheco. 2 Jovan guys. Okay? But that's a win-win. That's a win-win. Dude, so fucking pissed, man. My buddies, God, they took all the fucking sleepers we talked about in the pod, man.
I know. That's what we were talking about yesterday in the office, Krabs. You got to reach, especially when people know what we're on.
I'm about to do it to you guys tonight.
No, trust me. I have it covered. The strat's been figured out.
I'm sure.
Here's a question for you. Also, Bruce Ligma, FYI, Ligma in the chat. Goots. I got a question for you, Goots. And Jovan, I want your insight on this as well.
I'm
you taking Brian Thomas or you taking Nico Collins at the end of the first round?
Nico.
If you have picked 7 or 8, who are you taking?
Like you're saying, I have to pick one of those 2.
One of those 2.
At the end of the first round.
Yeah.
Probably Nico. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was talking with my buddy who I picked up on the way to the softball game, and we were talking our picks, whatever, and yeah, he had like the 7th or 8th pick, and he was debating on the 2. He went BTJ, but I think it's a win-win either way. I'd probably trust Jovan's
2 solid options.
I trust Jovan's nads on it and probably go Nico, but he went BTJ. All the rankings would have BTJ ahead, I feel like, but yeah, I want to buy low on Nico after a little bit of an injury type season. If that guy's out there, he's gonna ball. He's going to ball. And the team literally doesn't have a running back. So, the Jags have 4. Yeah. Yep. All right. Let's move. Let's groove.
And Good said I'd take over both. Okay. Okay, Good.
Good. Come on, man.
Shout out Kyle Hamilton, too. W contract.
You paid your guy. Paid your guy.
All time.
Should have been a commander if Ron Rivera's brain worked. Should have been.
Now the Orioles do Gunner next, please.
Should have been.
Please
Joshy, I do like USF. I am on USF tomorrow. And again, guys, we are going to talk plenty of college football tomorrow. Be there, be square. Nice and early, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss out on tomorrow's show. We've got legitimate week 1 football to talk about, folks. Dubs. Yes. And I do believe we are going to live stream this draft, right?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Sweats will actually be happening tonight. It's just the draft, which is super rare because Trent ain't done a sweats in years.
Is it going to be draft and then also sweats, or just?
I think it's just draft, but it's like half during the slate.
Because the draft is only going to be an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's just like it's on like the front end of the slate.
Okay,
but we'll see. I think we're playing the time by ear. Because we're recording coin toss.
Right. Cool. Do you know when the coin toss is supposed to drop? Everybody's very, very excited, including myself.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Hell yeah. You excited, Jovan?
Of course. Excited to hear Trent's Whales of the Week, man. People forget. There's only whale of the week in coin toss history when he filled in for me because I wasn't there was North Texas plus 9.5 and they lost by 50.
Worst bet ever. Can we track Trent's whales this season on the show?
We track all the whales.
Awesome. Would love some updates on those throughout the show this season. Krabs, is the Tarleton State versus Army lines up on your book? If not, it should be up tomorrow or Friday. Rowdy, you let me know when you see those lines up, brother. I know you'll be in the chat. You let me know. Okay? Dubs.
I can see it now, like a 0-7 Trent college football whale graphic going up in 7 weeks.
I would love it.
He gets some, man. So sneakily. He gets some.
And I don't know about this year. We'll see.
It depends on how cute he gets.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to
so cute.
Yeah, if he's going to like the Ohio State, Texas big games, he runs into some every here and there. But if he's doing North Texas plus 9.5 all season, it's going to be a long one.
Okay. W vibes, and Malcolm Rando. Appreciate you guys. What time are y'all doing the draft stream, Krabs? I think around 6 Eastern, potentially a little earlier. But I've heard around 6 Eastern is draft time. So stay posted, guys. Stay posted. Andre said, sharp shit yesterday, Krabs. I shouted you out on Twitter on Trent post. I followed your Mets versus Philly script and the Keller play. And we've got people in the YouTube chat with crazy profile pictures that need to be kicked out. Okay.
Wow, I need to see that.
Okay. Andre, I appreciate you telling my man. Yes. I hit a bunch of Prize Picks lineups last night. I don't want to sit up here and brag, but kind of funny. I faded a couple people on the Surge stream, put some of their squares in the lineups. Yeah, I had a couple good ones. Luzardo, less than fantasy score. Nick Allen, less than half a strikeout. There were a couple weird half a strikeout squares up there on the pop tab yesterday. Xavier Edwards, less than half a strikeout as well. The Derek Ahemby fade on the Surge stream, unfortunately only pushed, but that did help a lot as well. That Luzardo square was great. Mitch Keller, I know that game sucked. That Sharp Reports or the squad ride sucked But that Mitch Keller square was unbelievable. 3 hits.
Unreal.
He pitched fine.
Dude.
He pitched fine. And thank you, Randip. Great call on Luzardo. Yeah, everybody thinks all the plays just lose. They don't. Shout out David Fry as well.
Yeah, he needs to be put behind barn.
He might never get a hit again.
Should have sacked up and taken fucking Parker.
Do they have a David Fry square up again?
Well, the game already started. And I don't know that he's playing. He's not playing.
I feel like I would have saw that square probably been top of the pop tap.
Probably.
Okay. Jay Steiny, I tried to hit the cages. I swear to God, I picked up my old roommate. We went to the cages about 15 minutes away. We get there. Place is a ghost town. Closed. Drove to the cages. Closed. Can't make it up. Tried. I did buy some batting gloves yesterday, though, and that actually helped a little bit. I had a couple hits.
There you go.
Just not when I was streaming.
There you go.
All right. Cavalli with a good second inning there. Good for the first 5 under bettors. Sure. All right. Let's move. Let's groove. W Easy Puck. Let's check out Bookit Pro here for a sec. Let's check it out. All right. We've got... Can we get the O's report from Goods?
Yeah, the Dietrich Enns Ronzi Contreras game. Just crazy they were saying that in the Big 2-5.
I mean, Dietrich Enns for the Orioles has been unbelievable. But
he's been almost as good as I'm blanking on his name. Rogers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
You know?
out of the pen for sure. He hasn't opened for us yet. We'll see how it goes. I mean, Bello's been great this year. If you look at the Pickett splits, I might be fading the Red Sox here.
Yeah,
dude. I gotta say, I mean, the lines sneakily in this series have been incredibly sharp, and you can kind of tell. And I haven't bet a single one, and I'm not going to start now because that's when it'll be cake. But Bayo had a dominant start against the Yankees in the biggest series of the year. Now he's facing a bullpen game with Ronzi Contreras pitching for the first time since Nam as the bulk guy, with Dietrich Enns opening for him, and they're only like minus 135.
Yep. So I have a square in this game that's going to hit. Brian Bayo, more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. It was an honorable mention for the Sharp report. I would love to take Bayo more than 2.5 earned runs allowed against the O's. Coming off a shutout, like you're saying, Jovan, against the Yanks, coming off of his Super Bowl. Braves bangs. There we go.
Fucking Gusto.
Yep. Would you rather take the, Bayo hits allowed, 5.5, or the more than 2.5 earned runs allowed?
I mean, I don't think it'll matter. I'd probably go earned runs, though. I think if he goes over one, he's probably going over the other.
Juice is loose on the under now. It was minus 120 both ways. Now it's minus 125 to the under, minus 110 to the over. Still a really weird square. I still like the over in this game. Could also just take Bayo less than fantasy score if you don't like his strikeouts. Goots, are the O's going to strike out today?
Of course they are.
Probably.
Okay.
It's bad program.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, last time Bello pitched against the Orioles, he only had 3 Ks.
Wow.
But that was on April 9th. He's never had really high K games against us. 7, 6, 5, 7. So nothing crazy. But yeah, probably. But the bullpen is cat meat. So after Dietrich ends, I don't know where we're going, what we're doing. There are probably some new players will spawn in that spawn in every day.
He's the bulk guy, Goots.
I know, but still.
Get Jeremiah Jackson for 1 FHR. Okay.
I mean, he's been gutted.
Yeah, he's just usually a 0.5 TB guy.
Yeah.
I guess he's moved up in the world.
My gut is telling me Bayo more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Ignore the steam. My brain is telling me take the more than 5.5 hits allowed. The over is minus 140 on the box.
Yeah, I will say those when they're hanging them up there for a while and they're outside of the normal range, it's been so cake.
Okay.
Every time I've noticed.
Okay, you're right. That's exactly what I needed to hear there. Okay. Let's go ahead and lock in Bayo more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Jovan, do you have another square lingering around that you'd like to get involved here? Maybe it's that Nerfy in the game you have the under in.
Yeah, it could be a Nerfy. I would tell you Salvi, but I know you have that first 5 under, so you probably don't want to root for that. Could just be the Nerfy or fading somebody in that game.
Salvi coming off a couple bagels. I really don't want to root for that, but it's probably going to hit. Maybe it's that Nerfy. Who wants to take a Yu Darvish Woo Nerfy in this economy? Nobody.
I mean, I don't think it's the craziest Nerfy to take, but after 5 runs yesterday, before you can even fucking blink from the Padres, we're talking about this under.
Okay.
Got to start hot.
All right. I'm going to try to make a 3-piece. I don't want to do a 2-piece today. I want to do some 3 pieces and live a little after a really good day on the Prize Picks board last night. We'll find a third square here. Why don't we go ahead and look at Pickett Pro, check out another game we haven't talked about yet. Kachanowicz Lats. Why do I like the under in this game? Why do I think Kachanowicz actually does not pitch like Quailshed?
Probably because you're looking at his squares.
Yep.
Yeah. Yesterday ended up squeaking over in the 9th. It's probably a first 5 under. So I'm surprised you didn't go with this one, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I like that Kachanowicz less than earned runs allowed. Maybe that's the third leg.
Yeah. You know, I can never get myself to push that button because he's fucking moose. But
yeah,
if there was ever a time, probably is now.
All right. I'm going to lock in that 3-man here, chat. We got Brian Bayo, more than 2.5 earned runs allowed. We got Yu Darvish and Brian Wu and Nerfy. And we've got Jack Kachanowicz, less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. How about it? How about it? Who wants a link? And why is Jacob Young still playing on a professional baseball team? Why?
I mean, you said a grand slam like 2 days ago, right?
Jacob Young?
Yeah, you won against the Yankees in the first game, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I missed that one. If he did. That guy's hitting 210. He sucks. Here's a link to the 3-man if you guys want to tail.
CP3 grand slam. Yeah, it was.
All right. Splits in this game, crazy towards the under. That is insane. That's really weird, actually. So, all right. What about Dolander versus Framber? I thought about taking this first 5 under. Dolander has a crazy earned run square. Framber has a crazy high fantasy score. I might take a little fucking lineup with those 2 gents.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Dolander and Framber?
Wouldn't hate that. It's just, I don't know. Yesterday we were talking about it. It's the most obvious looking Astros sell job ever. And what do you know? They did it. And I don't think the view of many people are going to change after yesterday. It's going to be the big bounce back spot for the elite pitcher and minus 300 against the Rockies. I just want nothing to do with that series.
Super weird. They took off the Dolander normal 2.5 earned runs allowed, which is only minus 125 to the over on the books. They took it off. And now they only have demons and goblins. What does that make you feel like? Do you think that means people were taking the more than and they think it's going to hit, so they took it off?
I see it on there still.
You mind hitting the refresh for me, making sure I'm not tripping?
Yeah, I just closed and reopened. Maybe it won't let me submit it if I try, but I see the option. Regardless, I don't really know.
Oh, wait a second. What the fuck? Now it's up.
Sure.
Okay. That's really weird.
But regardless, it means they're probably fucking around with it. It's going on and off. So it'll either be back off at some point or back on after that at some point. But I don't really know. I mean, Dolander, this should be a decent spot for him to have a good start, I guess, as long as you do not let the righties get in, or you try to get in on the righties, because that's going to be in the Crawford boxes. But I wouldn't be shocked if he has a decent start at all.
Okay. You think Framber is too square? I mean, he had 0 fantasy points in his last start, bro. His Ks are high as fuck.
It's just every single easy bounce back spot against a shit team, but especially the Rockies, it has like an 80% cake rate. So I want nothing to do with it. He should pitch. I mean, he should pitch a no-hitter, like with this matchup in this spot. But
yeah.
I just can't get myself to do it.
They have a Framber 1.5 walks allowed square up there. The under is -145 after he walked 4 guys in his last game, and they're still hanging up that walks allowed square.
I mean, he might just go out there and walk too.
That is so weird that square is still up. And by the way, Aaron Judge is up in the dish.
Okay.
God, that batting average down to 321. Remember when he was hitting 400?
I mean, that was never going to last for as long as, or longer than it did. But I mean,
you remember it though?
I remember it, Krabs. I surely do.
Yeah.
Surely do.
Now he's only hitting 320.
Yeah. Only 320 though. Just
remember when he had odds up to have his season batting average be 400 plus?
Oh my! Brandon Lau just sent one to fucking Mars.
Wow. Hell yeah. Attaboy.
That was nuts.
Attaboy. All right. Maybe I just stick with that Dolander earned runs allowed square.
And Aaron Judge also just sent one to Mars. Hashtag thank you, Krabs. That's just.
I mean, look at the pitch. I don't understand it.
Mid AB. We're going to talk about, remember when he was hitting 400?
Yep. I'll do it again tomorrow. I don't give a fuck.
Mid AB, Krabs.
I don't give a fuck. I'll
what
do it again tomorrow.
What are you doing?
I'll do it the next day. I'll do it the next day. I'll do it the day after that.
Then we're going to be sitting here with 50 home runs by every single day.
I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to do it again.
Yes, we do.
I'm going to do it again. I'm going to do it the next day. I'm going to do it the day after that. I don't care. I don't care. I'm doing it. W Snowman raids. Sure.
And another one. Next pitch from Kate Cavalli.
Yep.
Okay. And the Braves are up 6-0. Okay.
W Jeff. Let's go and do the squad ride. Goots, run that shit. I'm trying to see that train. Atlanta Dream -3.5.
The way we're starting with that.
Padres Mariners under 7.5.
Wow. Early goose.
D-backs Brewers under 4.5 first 5.
Okay. Okay.
3 plays, 3 winners. Run that poll, Gootsy.
Wow, no goosage in San Fran?
Yeah, you can do it for 5. It's fine. We're not putting overs in this shit. We have not earned that yet.
Dude, we earned it last night.
Nope. Overs don't hit.
There were 13 runs in Sacramento last night.
I don't care.
Krabs, man. That's just.
3 plays, 3 winners. 3 plays, 3 winners. Get those votes in. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Atlanta Dream -3.5. We've got the Padres Mariners under 7.5. And the Diamondbacks Brewers first 5. No number there, just Zach the Demon getting involved. There it goes. See ya. Nice. Looks like Aaron Judge finally had a home run for the first time in a while. He's been cold as ice since he came off the IL. I'm not going to let one home run get in my fucking way or change my mental or my mojo. Nope. Not me. 3 plays, 3 winners. Hurry up. Go, go, go. If you think my unders are fucking cake, then don't vote for that. Vote for the other 2 plays, Reef Trees. It's crazy. If I went back, I'm going to go do it. I'm going to go back and look at every first 5 I've had on this show this season, and I guarantee you I'm up multiple units on the first 5 bets. But just because of a bad week and a half, recency bias, everyone thinks I have no brain cells. It's disrespectful. Disrespectful. It's disrespectful. It's stupid. It's ignorant. And it's just short-term thoughts. This is a long-term game. 3 plays, 3 winners. Dream minus 3.5. Padres, Mariners under 7.5. And the Diamondbacks, Brewers, first 5 under.
Yeah, this first 5 under might be 0-0 after those votes split.
3 plays, 3 winners. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Go, 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 go. Hurry up. If you're watching on YouTube, that's great. We appreciate you over there. Make sure you check out the fantasy football pods we put out a couple days ago. It's pretty fire. It's over 2 hours long. If you have your draft coming up this week, check it out. We'll help you win your league. We did last year. Damn, look at all these votes coming in today. Look at that. This is the most votes we've had in a long time.
I want to mention with the pod, everything's timestamped. So if you just are looking for some sleepers, you can go down to the description and click on the sleepers time and just watch that. Everything is timestamped. You can watch whatever you want. And it's all labeled what you're looking for.
Hell yeah, Goots.
W Goots.
Attaboy.
W Ethan for adding that shit.
W Ethan. W Goots. It's not easy. It's not fun. These kids are grinding. We appreciate you guys. Okay? Go check out the pod and let me know your favorite sleeper in the YouTube comments. I've not seen nearly enough YouTube comment sleepers from you guys. That's all I'm asking for. Drop 1 sleeper in the comments. Okay? Dubs. Drop a like on it. Leave a comment. Like I said, love it. Love it. Get those votes in, guys. You got about 2 minutes left. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Get involved.
Huge.
Get involved.
Dude, the Nats are just...
W. Andre.
The
in
Nats
the YouTube.
are just...
I don't know why you're surprised.
Cade, I was bought in with you, Krabs, on Cade Cavalli actually being decent. He's just getting turked.
He's getting turked.
Turkey.
Is that another one? Yep. Oh. Nice, Jacob Young. Really good at defense, man. Glad we got you out there. He sucks. Sucks.
Moose.
Oh. See you, Big Cheesy. Just the worst vibes guy I've ever seen. He's out of here. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Dude got mad. I timed him out for saying some crazy shit in the chat. There he goes. See ya. Just like that Aaron Judge home run. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Big Cheesy. See ya. Do not unban him, Pega. Do not. Because I know you did last time. Don't do it. There you go. See ya. Get those votes in. You got 10 seconds left. Hurry up. Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
Wow.
Looks like it's going to be the Padres and the Mariners.
Javon Baker and
under 7.5.
Yes.
You got cut.
Javon Baker and Kendrick Bourne both got cut. That is amazing Kyle Williams news.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, let's move. Let's groove. W Squad ride under 7.5 in the Padres and the Mariners. Get involved. Tail responsibly as always. We're breaking the streak. We're hitting the squad ride tonight. If we don't, I will spin the wheel. Okay? Dubs. Appreciate you guys. We'll be. Catch you guys tomorrow.